I'm so glad. It's so windy today. I am at Lake train station on the Isle of Wight because I have to go to London to see Dan. His book launches today. I'm doing a comedy set and taking some meetings. Then I have to come all the way back to the Isle of Wight. It's a flying visit. I'm up and down. Looking forward to it, but I'm apprehensive because there is a very, very limited amount of wiggle room on my schedule. I have to get a train, to get a boat, to get a coach, and then we have a full day of filming, then an event, some kind of after party, back to the hotel for a couple of hours, back to the Isle of Wight. It is up and down. Let's do it! When you're making videos, one of the hardest things to do is to take your camera out in public. That is possibly the weirdest thing to do in the world because everyone will then look at you and go, why is that guy pointing a big thing at himself? But, came out wrong. But the one place you can do it without the funny looks is right here. But I'm gonna go find some food in the meantime. Oh God, I think a bird just I wonder if that picked it up. I just need a burger. I don't know why I came, like the travel from the Isle of Wight was bad. Like I didn't take my camera out because I was kind of angry. I got to the ferry and I had a printed out ticket and the guy was like, no, you need a real one from our ticket office. So I went into the ticket office to get one printed out, and when I got back, the boat had left. I had a kerfuffle, I had a palaver, and the guy who took my ticket knew about it. Now I'm on someone else's dime, so I'm gonna buy stuff, but I didn't want to be a person who just goes, hey, help yourself to whatever you want, and buys a house. So I just went to M&S and got a chicken and bacon layered salad because I know it'll annoy Dan. My attention span is paper thin. Can't stop from cyberspacing out again. Is this what I'm paying for staying relevant this season? Feels good to be back. I've missed it. I've really enjoyed the wait coming back. I think when you have something you enjoy doing and working in, then having a place like this to come, and a creative place, is very important. So I'm still here waiting for Dan to come through, but in the meantime I've been doing some other stuff and seeing some other people. There are people I met here last time I was here, whatever that was, throw a hug on you for fun. It's, you know, a taco kind of thing. It's a great energy. It's been a weird few weeks being home on the island, so I kind of needed this break to come back and get re-energized. So what we're doing is a live show tonight about Star Wars, Jediism, and Dan's book. But another reason we're here is some stuff we're doing next year, so we're taking some meetings over that. And then another thing we're trying to accomplish in a very small window of time is define what I want to be as a YouTuber. Now, I've worked with YouTubers, I've edited videos, I've produced a lot, but I've never been the guy on camera that people have really stuck with. You know, I've made videos about stuff from time to time, but I've never really found a market. So as a comedian, I find it difficult to translate my energy from stage to camera, because I'm very much the kind of person who feeds off a room. I need to be able to feel the room to choose the comedy I go with. And with YouTube, you can't do that. So I can make a video in my mood, watch it back in a different mood, and not like it. Now, I don't like watching myself back anyway, when I do comedy, when I do music, when I do anything. I don't like watching my own stuff. But I'm starting to. I'm starting to get more interested in what makes me as a human being tick. That in mind, I've decided to try and become a YouTuber on camera, as well as keeping what I do, why I'm here, and all the other stuff I do active. So I'm not going to stop being who I am for the other people, but I'm going to try and do this more. And I can tell just by looking at this camera, I've been able to find myself in a good mindset, because here it doesn't matter. The hardest thing to do is out there. When you're out there in the street, it is the hardest thing to do, to get a camera out and just be like, hey, I'm doing a thing. So it's a build up to that, but at the same time I have to find what I'm doing that builds up to it. So what am I as a human being that's going to get people interested in my day-to-day life that makes me want to film it. Dan and I have found it, the niche, the USP, what it is I do and who I can be. Now, I've been doing digital media now since I first found out how to connect to the internet. I've been online, tapped up for years. So finding out what I want to do with it has been one of the hardest things I've ever had to try and figure out. Did I want to be a comedian and talk about comedy? No. Did I want to be an event organizer who talked about events and, you know, how to run events? Yes, and that's something I still want to do. How do I find that extra thing that makes people want to go, I want to see Alex do something? I really hope this music is fair use, because I can't turn it down. There are some of my favorite YouTubers in this world who started out with less than what I have now and have become these amazing people. It is disrespectful to the equipment that YouTube have given me to not use it to its full potential. When you live on the Isle of Wight, it's a weird place. It's a weird place to live when what you do and what your heart is really in is here, but here is a brick and mortar place of an idea, which it gets into a weird philosophical discussion of what YouTube is. When you can surround yourself with creative people who bring out the best in you and take your ideas and go, fuck it, why not? And that is the kind of people you want to be around. You want to be around people who go, yeah, let's do it. Let's try it out. Let's do something. Let's create. A lot of my life on the Isle of Wight, when I speak to people about things, can come down to, ugh, really? After a several hour wait, I think Dan might finally be here. Where is he? He told me, he sent me a text and said, come wait outside. It's cold and I have a new jumper. Thanks YouTube, he'll be here. Dan, when you watch this, please know that I'm suffering. I'm like seconds away, son. Where the f are you then? I'm disappointed in you, Dan. I'm gonna slap him. I'm gonna slap him. So there he is. Is that my Dan? I think that was my Dan. Where is Daniel Morgan Jones? That was minutes ago. Literally minutes. Focus in. There you go. So with any joy, if he's not here, okay, we're gonna count down. If he's not here in like 10 seconds, he's gonna be in trouble. There he is! What happened to what happened to?
I've got one of these.
What happened to I'll be a couple of seconds?
Oh, London traffic, baby!
How are you?
Tired.
Why?
What do you think?
Because you're a douche. People are coming in. Dan's already done some autographs and some stuff, which is always good to see. He's currently working the room right now like an absolute pro. Let's catch him for a word.
What's up, son?
How's it going?
What's going on with my hair, son?
One of the things they do is they put all of your pictures and videos on this really big wall, and it's quite fun to be part of. I'll be hosting over here later, and later over here, where I'll be consuming all of the beverages. I look forward to it. Till then.
Okay, I've seen it.
Keith.
You're not seeing the guy. Be careful down there, hey. Stage down there, baby. You not seen it? Oh my fucking god, baby, that land of the balls of me hit you. Dude, check it out. Hold on, okay.
Hang on, can I do this first?
No, you gotta see this.
Hit. Oh god.
Dude, check it out.
Look at that.
Whoa.
I'm just lit nicely.
Hey, lip fam.
I'm lit fam.
Oh my god, baby.
Oh my god, baby.
The land of balls hit you. The diners down there, hey.
This is gonna be a really difficult video.
Do you know what that accent is?
This is gonna be really difficult.
It's a Lebanese immigrant to Australia, that's what that accent is.
This is exactly what we talked about earlier with
Okay,
the fucking
fine.
deviation conversation. I'm gonna make a video. I'll tell you a video.
Dude, can I just show you something?
We're good.
This is no,
This is recording as well. I'm just gonna cut that bit out.
yeah. Okay, please.
We're done.
Oh god, baby! The diners down there, hey.
I've no idea what I was going to do now. So I've done that thing again where I make absolutely no content of what I built my day around. So I was making videos of me, here's me going to London, here's some cinematic views of the boat and the coach. And then I got to London and I was so engrossed in what I was doing that I didn't get my camera out very much. However, I'm in a bunch of selfies and various video clips from people.
Oh my god, baby! Fuck's sake. The stage is down there, hey.
Stage is down there.
It's fucked up. It took me ages to perfect that. Okay, go.
The event went really well. I've never been in an environment quite like it before, because every show, every event I've compared, hosted, done comedy at, I have been personally invested in. So my own shows I host, burlesque and cabaret shows are the scene in which I was very much invested. Everything I've done has been pertaining to my own personal brand and style. But tonight, to be part of Dan's book launch, it was weird because it was the first time I'd ever stepped out of my comfort zone into someone else's world. Now, the Comic-Con in a slight way could have been like that, but at the same time, I'm an avid fan of what I was interviewing. and who I was interviewing. That whole scene I'm very much in. But when it came to Dan's book about Jediism and the finding the harmony and the love in the world and one love, one everything.
Pizza's on its way, bro.
Pizza's on its way, bro. I had absolutely no idea where to find myself in all of that. Was I hosting for the audience? The way I've always been is the man from the audience on the stage and just given a microphone. That's the way I've always tried to be. But this time I felt I had to be the panel's sort of conduit to try and bring the audience along with them. It was a weird situation for me to be in, because while they had all these passionate people on the stage talking about what they do in such professional and detailed ways, the audience may not have quite been in there, so I then had to chuck in some lowball questions to try and bring an answer out of the panel who could explain it in layman's terms for some people, because there are people here who didn't know the source well. They were invited to sort of be introduced to it, but to be introduced and do 101 theory with seasoned veterans is a very hard thing to sort of coordinate. So for me personally, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Look up, baby! Hey, Dodger's in there.
We're in a hotel room now, we've ordered pizza, and we're sort of debriefing and taking our trousers off and hanging out together. Coming back into the YouTube space, seeing all the YouTubers I'm friends with, having them all come in and be part of this, you just get reminded about the creativity around you. And these people who have taken this, doing something to a camera and turned it into a life. So everyone we were talking to tonight does this for a living. Dan fucking does this for a living. This is what Dan does. And I've always been timid when it comes to the idea of putting myself on a camera. I don't like hearing my voice. I'm watching clips because I always self-judge a little too hard, maybe a little too much than I really should. It's good to be critical, but every time I watch a video of myself doing comedy, I'm like, who is that fat dude?
It's always you, man. It's always you.
It's always me. That guy about to have pizza and self-deprecating.
The delivery dude's gonna be here in a second. She's gonna be like, what the fuck's going on in here, man? What's going on there, buddy?
What's with the high angle? You gonna do some penetration?
Oh my god, buddy.
Dan showed me a video. So it's been a weird experience for me because I've always wanted to be one of these people, but I've never really had the niche, the idea, the spark. And I think I found it again today, and I'm hoping to try and bottle that lightning, take it back to the Isle of Wight when I'm away from the YouTube, when I'm away from Dan, when I'm away from all of these people who inspire me, and I have to wake up and do my day to day, and I still want to have that energy to do this.
I'd like to add something to this, yo. So this is how we do it, okay? A guy called Ray Kroc, who was the founder of McDonald's, he was 50 years old, and it was like 1950 something, right? And he made, within 1 year, he made himself a multimillionaire. He earned $700 million a year, and this is back in the 50s. How did he do it? Persistence, 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 and persistence is everything. If you have no persistence, you won't be able to do it. Determination and persistence is everything. Scholarships, degrees, and fucking accreditations are bullshit. What you need is persistence, determination, and everything is possible. That is how I live my life, baby.
Is there a Domino's van outside?
No.
I say van, like we're having a lot delivered.
Well,
we didn't order pizzas, we ordered pallets.
Our room is like literally right on the street.
So I've always wanted just to be this person, and I can do it behind the scenes. I can help people, I can edit footage, I can give people cinematic ideas, I can give people color palettes, blah, 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 blah. I can help people with their projects. But doing this has always eluded me, and I've got a spark to do it again. Pizza time. Peace.
Peace!
Just love each other and
be great, do great things.
do great things. Do what you can.
'Cause I'm just a